In this video, we go to Victoria Gardens South, and yes, that at the far end is the Palace of Westminster. Are you ready? Stick with us. Here we go. The park we're at today is just to the north of Lambeth Bridge and is just behind the Houses of Parliament. The nearest station is Westminster Station, but it's a good 10 to 15 minute walk away. Here, we're coming into the gardens coming off the Lambeth Bridge, just by the side of the Thames. As you look through the trees, you can see the Houses of Parliament, and that is Victoria Tower, hence the name of the gardens. As the gardens are part of the Palace of Westminster, it's a Grade 2 listed park. As you'll also see later, the area is designated a zone of monument saturation, and we'll show you some of these monuments as we go through. As you enter the park, as we've done from Lambeth Bridge, you can see there's a great big sandpit and also a children's play area. So if you're coming down here to visit with children, it's a great place to come. Also, keep watching this video because as we go through, we've got something to show you. Well, you might get it on TV. These gardens were created in the 1870s by Joseph Boussaguet. It was part of a project for the Metropolitan Board of Works to provide London with a modern sewerage system. The gardens were later expanded and were discussed in Parliament in 1898, and the extension meant that a number of wharves were compulsorily purchased, including Dorset Wharf. When you stand here today, it's hard to believe that you had ships docking and undocking their goods right next to the Houses of Parliament. And this would be the exact spot that Dorset Wharf would have been. The first of the memorials we come to is this one, which is the Buxton Memorial Fountain. It was originally constructed in Parliament Square, but this was removed in 1940 and placed here in 1957. Just looking at this for its mosaics alone as decoration is well worth a visit. The memorial was commissioned by Charles Buxton MP to commemorate the abolition of slavery in 1834. The memorial was dedicated to his father, Thomas Buxton, and was designed by a Gothic artist at the time in 1865. Coming here alone for the views is fantastic, but let me tell you about other activities that happen here. And you may have noticed, here we go, let's zoom in, that there are a number of people hanging around on the green. These are TV camera crews. And you'll see that there's a number of them dotted around. Now, when we were here, the Community Secretary for the government was being interviewed. Because the garden is adjacent to the Houses of Parliament, many big interviews get done here, either at the side, overlooking the Thames, or alternatively right in the middle of the green. And this is a hidden fantastic view of not only the London Eye but also County Hall at Westminster and the traffic going under and over Westminster Bridge. So, not that we've told you this, if you want to be on TV, just walk past behind the cameras when the people are being interviewed. Did I tell you that? No, never on this channel. So this is Victoria Tower that the garden is named under, and 10 more metres in this direction and we'll be over the fence and we will be in the garden of Black Rod, which is all part of the Palace of Westminster. The statue in the foreground is by Auguste Rodin and is the Burghers of Calais. This is one of 12 original castings and numerous copies around the world. The statue commemorates an event during the 100 Years' War, when Calais, a French port on the English Channel, was under siege by the English for about 11 months. This casting was completed in 1889. You can see from the lack of people in this park why the TV crews like to use this to interview various politicians. Not only are the views spectacular, but also the peace and quiet means you have the park almost always to yourself as well. With all these historical buildings around you, it's hard not to feel in the middle of the Palace of Westminster. This is a fantastic view across the gardens from underneath the Victoria Tower. The final memorial is the memorial to Emmeline and Christabel Pankhurst, and this is in memory of the two foremost suffragettes. I hope you've enjoyed our visit to this park, and if you like getting outside and seeing other great things in London, I've put a playlist up in the top right hand corner of other outdoor spaces, so if you click on that, I'll join you in there shortly.